Prince Harry's just made some absolutely jaw-dropping revelations about Archie and Lilibet that'll have you questioning everything you thought you knew about the Sussex family dynamics. And trust me, by the end of this video, you'll understand why even King Charles is probably stress-eating his morning biscuits right about now. Welcome back to Royal Cookies, where we serve up the juiciest royal gossip with a side of heart-wrenching humanity. Please remember to subscribe and click on the notifications bell icon, so you will be notified whenever we upload new cookies about the British royal family. So Harry and Meghan just launched something called the Parents Network, and before you roll your eyes and think, oh great, another Sussex vanity project, hear me out because this one's different. This isn't about them trying to be the next Oprah and Dr. Phil. This is about their kids. And when the Sussexes talk about their kids, things get real, really fast. In their latest CBS interview, because of course it's CBS, they practically have a season ticket at this point, Harry dropped an absolute bombshell. He said that being a parent today means you have to be a first responder when it comes to protecting your children online. Now, that might sound like typical concerned parent rhetoric, but coming from Harry, the man who's been more guarded about his children than the crown jewels? Think about it. We've seen Archie and Lilibet maybe a handful of times in official photos, and suddenly Harry's out here basically saying every parent needs to be ready for digital warfare. That's not hyperbole. That's a man who's genuinely terrified about what his children might face online. And Meghan? She didn't hold back either. She straight up said they can see what's happening in the online space and there's a lot of work to be done. Translation? The internet is a cesspit when it comes to royal children, and they're done pretending otherwise. Remember Father's Day 2025? Of course you do. It was only a month ago. Well, Meghan decided to gift us peasants with some never-before-seen photos and videos of Harry with Archie and Lilibet on her Instagram. And let me tell you, the internet nearly broke faster than a royal marriage in the 1990s. Now, here's what's fascinating, and I mean properly mind-bending. These weren't your typical look how perfect our family is royal photos. These were candid, unfiltered moments. Harry building sandcastles with Archie, teaching Lillibet how to ride a bike, normal dad stuff. But here's the kicker. They showed these kids actually being kids, not royal props. The timing wasn't accidental either. This came right after reports that King Charles deeply misses his grandchildren. Meghan posting those photos was basically a royal mic drop moment. You want to see the grandchildren? Here they are, living their best lives 5,000 miles away from all the palace drama. And can we talk about how strategic this was? Father's Day, maximum emotional impact, and Harry looking absolutely besotted with his children. It's like Meghan studied the royal PR playbook and then set it on fire while doing the exact opposite of what they'd recommend. Plot twist alert. Archie and Lilibet aren't even attending the same school. Meghan recently revealed that her mornings are basically a royal taxi service, zigzagging between different drop-offs. And honestly, that's the most relatable thing any royal has said in decades. Picture this, the Duchess of Sussex, former actress, humanitarian, podcast host, doing the school run like any other mum. Except her kids happen to be 5th and 6th in line to the British throne. It's surreal and absolutely brilliant at the same time. But here's what's really clever about this setup. By having the children in different schools, they're ensuring each child gets to develop their own identity away from the Sussex Kids label. Archie's 6 now, developing his own personality, his own interests. Lilibet's 4. Still figuring out the world around her. They're not just Harry and Meghan's children, they're individuals. And that's exactly what Harry and Meghan want. Remember, these are parents who've experienced the absolute worst of royal life, the invasion of privacy, the relentless scrutiny. They're doing everything in their power to give their children something Harry never had, a normal childhood. Let's address the elephant in the room, or should I say, the king in the castle? Reports suggest Charles is absolutely gutted about missing out on Archie and Lilibet's lives. And honestly, who wouldn't be? Think about it from Charles's perspective. He's finally king. He should be enjoying his golden years. And two of his grandchildren are living their lives across an ocean, probably with American accents, calling biscuits cookies and saying awesome unironically. It must be killing him. But here's the thing. This isn't just about geography. This is about fundamental differences in how to raise royal children. Charles grew up in an era where duty came first. Personal happiness was secondary. Harry's raising his children in an era where mental health matters, where being authentic is valued over being appropriate. The insider reports suggest Harry's now more willing to share photos of the children, but on his terms. No palace approval needed, no royal protocol to follow. It's like he's saying, you want to see your grandchildren? Here's how it works now, our rules, our timeline, our boundaries. And honestly, good for him. Because let's be real, the traditional royal approach to child rearing hasn't exactly produced generations of well-adjusted, happy individuals, has it? Let's talk about what didn't happen this year. Archie and Lilibet were nowhere to be seen at the 2025 Invictus Games in Vancouver. And before you start with the they're protecting their privacy narrative, let me give you the real tea. This was deliberate. Harry could have brought his family. They've done it before. But choosing not to? That was a statement. The Invictus Games are Harry's baby, his most successful post-royal venture, and keeping his actual babies away from it sends a clear message about boundaries. Meghan did mention them in her speech though, describing them as her entire pleasure and complete joy. But notice how even when she talks about them publicly, it's on her terms, in her words, at her chosen moment. Harry has previously stated he faces a greater risk than his late mother, Diana, Princess of Wales, with additional layers of racism and extremism. The Duke believes his family faces an international threat. Court documents revealed that after Ravek's 2020 decision on his security, Al-Qaeda called for Harry to be murdered. Prince Harry needed flexible security for UK visits, court told. Lawyers for the UK government on Wednesday defended a decision to cut back Prince Harry's security after he stepped back from royal life during the second day of his high-profile appeal. Harry was back in the courtroom in London as the Interior Ministry's legal team responded to his challenge of its decision to downgrade his publicly funded police protection during trips to the UK. Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to like this video and drop comments. And most importantly, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss anything.